Okay, so today I'd like to talk about the Mamiya 7 II. This camera is really special. It has so many really fantastic features in such a light form factor. It's the perfect backpacking camera. It's the perfect travel camera for medium format. I really love this, and I just want to talk about some of the basics, some of the ways that you use this camera, kind of how it works and all that kind of stuff, and just an overview of the lenses. Try to keep this 5 minutes or less. So, what I will say is that when you're shooting the camera, if you have a lens on or the body cap on, the film is open to the outside unless you close the film curtain here. So, the way this works, now the film curtain is closed, you can remove the body cap and you can put on a lens. The first lens I have for this camera is the 80 millimeter f4, and this lens is basically a normal lens. It's pretty small. You can just kind of see that if this is what you have, it's really pretty perfect for traveling, for any kind of documentary. It's definitely, for medium format, a super small form factor. So now that the lens has changed, I can go through and I can press this button, just kind of move it up and slide it over, and you'll see that now the film curtain is open. So on the inside, you can see kind of the lens on the inside. So if there was film in here, you'd load this up the same way you would a meter or whatever. You have a take-up spool over here, you load over here, and there's an arrow at the top that just lets you know where the line on the film spool is. So close that up. It's pretty solid. The the winder, the film loader is all manual. You have this shutter dial on top, which gives you various speeds, including an auto speed based on your aperture and an auto exposure lock. And then you have all your manual controls, which is super useful. You have exposure compensation from +2 or -2, which I never really use that, but that's there if you like it. So let me show you in front. There's this self-timer kind of thing, or the timed exposure, and that's gives you 10 seconds. It's one difference. The original Mamiya 7 does not have that. So, all right, I'm going to put the curtain back in place. It's not the shutter curtain, it's just the film curtain. So put that back in place, and I'll put this lens down and show you another one of my favorites. This is the Mamiya 150 millimeter f4.5 lens, and this lens is a great portrait lens. So it's a little bit longer than the 80 millimeter, but you might expect that from. In any case, it's a beautiful rendering and very crisp and clean. It doesn't play tricks, but you really do get a beautiful shot from this camera. Or from this lens. It's really fantastic. So again, perfect for the portrait and that kind of thing. So the last lens that I have for this system, the last one I want to talk about, is the 43 millimeter f4.5 lens, and this lens is really pretty special. It's really pretty special. They have, this whole end here kind of extends into the camera because of the rangefinder design. It can do that without compromise, and you got to be careful when you put it in, but it makes for a really small form factor. It does come with this accessory viewfinder, which gives you a pretty accurate field of view. It also has a bubble level on the inside, so you still have to focus through the rangefinder patch connected to the integrated viewfinder here. But if you're doing landscapes or something that requires that wide angle, there's really no issue. You just focus here and then frame your shot this, and there is a diopter kind of built into that as well. So that's basically kind of a rundown of the Mamiya 7 II, my favorite medium format travel camera. And if you have any questions, or if I left something out, leave it a question for me in the comments or whatever. And that pretty much wraps it up. So thanks very much.